Good morning, everyone. Welcome to Gulfstream today. Ron Nicoletti along with Brian Nato. It is a really nice Saturday morning here. Got a fast main track. We got the Peter. Got stakes action a little later on with the sheer drama, a replay of a stake we had a couple of weeks ago. So we'll see how that plays out. And just a really good day of racing. And I guess the big gigantic news is if you're a Rainbow Six player, which we hope you are, there's going to be a $300,000 gross jackpot guarantee today.
Yeah, I think they're starting to get a lot of Rainbow Six players because it's getting up there now, and this is a big number, 300,000. So it's a tough sequence. I know you've got a ticket. There's a lot of races with several different ways you can go. Be interesting to see your ticket and to see how it plays out today.
Yeah, it's not an easy sequence in there. I had my first ticket came to about 84.20. I said I don't do that, so I cut it back down to 43.20.
Oh, shocking. There we go.
So Saturday, that's it. We're here. First race today. It's going to be about a mile into 16th on the Peter maiden claiming 3 and up, 12-5. We did have some scratches. Not a lot of scratches on the card, but some in this race, the 4, 12, 13, 14. Please note the number 15 Shipwreck, which they call me in the office. Shipwreck is...
He wants to run.
He wants to run today, so he'll be in there, and that's number 15. So check that other page of the Daily Racing Form when you do it. And Brian put together a little, well, I don't know if it's little.
Yeah, it is.
It's little?
Yeah, the early one's little, the late one not so much. Now, there's a key scratch in race 3. I'll talk about it in a second. I got a single right off the rip here. We'll get to this race in a second as well. In race number 2, the order's 54. Leanne's Warrior for Roddy Valente on top, but I'll use 61. The important scratch and arguably the biggest one on the card, Ticking, is out of race 3. That's the 5, Ticking. So I go now, I scratch into the 7, Rolling On. We'll put 1 and 2 Louis Roussel firsters in there. Breakout Star gets moved up for me. 2 deep in race 4, 73 is the order. Semi Ramus, I heard you talking about him in the office. And then 3 deep to get out in leg 5. Universal Hero down inside for Mark Cassie. He's got a couple in there. I'll also use his other one, Lights at Broadway.
We're pretty much in agreement with that early races. I don't know if we have all the same on top, but certainly the ones that figure. And with that said, the horse that you single and the horse I do have on top also is the number 9, Follow QTR, who should be primed and ready to score. Returned from that extended layoff to prompt the pace and finish second, was the favorite at this level. And that was the day with Steve Dwoskin that he had 2 horses come off the bench with like 2-year layoffs.
Yeah.
And both of them ran well. We're going to talk about another one in a little while, but Follow QTR looks like a good spot for this horse.
Okay, so this wasn't your long shot steam horse. That's the other one?
That's
okay.
the other one.
I knew you had a couple of them, and Steve's trying to do this a couple times today. This is my best bet of the day. I mean, this horse might be the controlling speed, first and foremost, and that's great, but you just look at it on paper. This horse runs huge last time off a crazy long layoff, close to 2 years.
Right.
Has only run twice, should only move forward off that win, and then you start talking about the rest of these, and I think we've kind of seen what they can do and maybe what they can't do.
Yeah, the other one we have is the exactor is the 5 King. They should have the screws tightened, come off that bench to finish that late closing 4th. More importantly, it's Rowan Crichton. He's solid, 24% with the second start back from this type of layoff.
Yeah, and that was a Tapeta debut, so you've got to give that horse credit. The other thing I don't like, Ron, they could not have run any faster early last time. The race completely fell apart, and King D took advantage to get 4th.
Let's flip the page, go to race number 2 this afternoon, and this one's going to be 6 furlongs. This one is on the fast main track. Claim is 3, 4 and up. Non-winners of 2 in life, $6,250. One equipment note, the number 1 horse in here, Awkward Paws, will race with blinkers off this afternoon. Leanne's Warrior turning back to 3/4 looks like the logical one in here.
I agree. I like the cut back after the 7 furlong foundation last time. We've got the outside speed. I know I might jump the gun here to take it away from you. 2-time winner. It's a big deal.
Yeah, I mean that's usually what you're looking. It's been a good angle. It's not that we just see 2 times and it's easy to handicap. It's been fruitful throughout the meet here. So you just thought this one was right. 9-5 on the morning line, which is right. The number 4, 61 now in the Rafael Romero barn. He won the nightcap last night with that horse that was 0 for 12. Won like an international good thing. The gelding cuts back to a sprint distance, tracked the pace, finished 4th. The barn, okay with new additions to the shed row. He's not really one of these guys that gets 5,000 horses in his barn a year. But 14%, more importantly, Lionel Reyes?
No, I think that's the big deal, and maybe Lionel can get this horse over the hump because the hump's been pretty problematic. We're 1 for 21 with 9 seconds and third. So, listen, I get it, but I think he is the main danger, and the form stacks up against this kind of group.
Well, you could look in this, the line here, and you'll see the number 3, Bobby's Gift. I got to touch it because it's Bobby DeBoner at 15-1. And Bobby's Gift is trying to give, Bobby DeBoner a surprise present today after following that okay maiden score. 2 starts back, comes back, runs a clunker, the old bounce rebound. I don't know about win. I don't think he's going to beat Leanne's Warrior, but I think this one should be somewhere on your exacta or try.
Well, you go against Bobby D right now at your own risk. That is for sure.
Race number 3 this afternoon, 5.5 furlongs, fast main maiden special weight, 2-year-olds. We already told you about the big scratch of the number 5, ticking $675,000 son of one of the leading stars, if not the leading star, Bolt d'Oro.
Yeah, the Bolt d'Oros have been very precocious, so he comes out, and I think it makes this race a lot more open, at least maybe what we thought. I mean, I like ticking, but I think Rohan might be in a good spot now.
Yeah, like you, I bumped up, rolling on, departs from an improved post. You broke from the outside, post 11, set the pace, faded to finish 5th. It's Rohan Crichton again, Embassy Al Jaramillo. And we mentioned this the other day. We were talking $85,000 son of Uncaptured, so they saw something they liked.
I agree, and the other thing, too, is everyone else in this field is a first-time starter, and rolling on is outside all of them. So I think that's a positive. We say this time and time again. Well, 2 things. Experience is a big deal in these kind of spots, and then check the tote board. We'll talk about some of these firsters now, but you want to see who's live and taking money.
And Louis Roussel's got 2 in here. He's got the 2 Breakout Star and also the 1 My Red, White, and Blue. And I also thought that Breakout Star was the one that I was going to go with. Debuts, string of solid workouts showing right over the track. Edgar Perez is half of the uncoupled entry.
Yeah, I went here too. I mean, we don't know the jockeys here or not, but I mean, Edgar is one of the best we have, and he lands here. Neither of these guys, Sammy Camacho Jr. riding the 1, have ride a lot for Mr. Louis, so you take it for what it's worth. But I just thought on paper maybe Breakout Star. The Dam was 1 for 3. She did win in her 2nd start. That's just where I landed.
The number 6 horse I just want to touch on real quick. Sir Daniels, the son of Mendelssohn, debuting for Henry Collazo, half-brother to Untamed Domain, who was 2nd in the Breeders' Cup Juvenile Turf. You're getting a 10-pound apprentice, Jaime Torres or Jamie Torres, and we'll see how this horse runs today. Just, they got to get around them, but this horse, maybe you throw it on the Trier Super.
Untamed Domain's at West Point. Nice turf horse. So,
really.
That's interesting. I didn't know what to make of him, but again, check the tote board here. Even the 1's got a bigger pedigree than the 2 for Mr. Louis. The Dam was a really nice horse, a stakes winner on turf. She earned over $250,000. So I will say this: some of these firsters looks like they might be able to run, Ron.
Yeah, so we'll see. That's a tough race there, and if it's and if you have a couple of singles like Brian did in the beginning, you go a little deeper in that race, especially now with the scratch of the 5 ticking. Race number 4 this afternoon, a mile in the 16th, about on the Topita, claiming fillies 3 or 4 and up, non-winners of 2, 8,000. No scratches in this race. Actually, my best bet today is the number 7 horse in here, Semiramis, who is 6-1 on the morning line. Has a claiming tag sliced in half today and races with blinkers after stalking the pace and finishing 5th against those 16 condition claimers going to mile 70 on the Topita. So I looked up a stat on Claudio Gonzalez. 50% drop in claiming price in route races. He's 38 for 109. This is not a small stat here. And he's still 35%, 62% in the money with a good return of investment. So this one, to me, jumped off the page. Wilfred Vasquez in the saddle.
Yeah, I hope you didn't promise a lot of drinks to people because you're not getting 6-1 on this horse. This horse is going to be bet. The drop is huge. Claudio Gonzalez now is just, he's on just an extended run. And this horse ran okay last time. Not great. And he just looks like maybe this is where he should be. The blinkers maybe for a little more early focus. I'm just kind of thumbing through this group, Ron. He kind of might be favored in here, or one of the ones, certainly. So it's a deep race, I will say that.
Yeah, maybe the 3 will get some play as the favorite. And who is the 2 horse part of my heart, but the 3 who went in second can end up being the 1, I guess, here after responding to the drop down with that maiden score on the Topita, but it's Fausto Gutierrez.
Well, it's Fausto, and the other thing is, too, I know this horse probably has to improve a couple lengths and faces winners today. The win last time was really powerful. and all these horses are stuck in neutral. I mean, part of my heart's the favorite, the morning line favorite. He's 1 for 18, Ron. I mean, these are horses. These are horses. They're very, very tough to trust. And Be the One, and even Semiramis at 1 for 6, they still have upside. I'm just not sure you get any of that with some of these others.
Yeah, your part of me stretching out slightly. You know, finished second in her latest attempt, as you mentioned, the notch mid. Yeah, she's a 6-year-old mare. She's 1 for 18, so that's why you try and look for a little different price in here. So Semiramis on there. Be interested to see how that plays out in race number 4. 5th race today, about 1 mile 70 yards on the Tapeta maiden special weight 2-year-olds. Scratch the number 7 Wolf Hunter. You went to the inside with Universal Hero, who's another one from the Mark Casse juggernaut. It's going to wear blinkers today.
Yeah, I admittedly struggled with this race. I just go down inside with Mark. The blinkers go on. The debut was okay. The winner was good that day. This was the only horse to make up a little ground late. I'll bump him up for that. It's hard to win. We've talked about this too. It's hard to win routing on debut. We can save all the ground here, and maybe we improve today.
Yeah, I went with the other Mark Casse in here, Lights of Broadway, almost for the similar reason. As wheeling back, finished 4th, and that was a much-needed 4th in his career debut. That was going around 2 turns on the Tapeta. He's got Mark Casse. He's got his go-to jockey in here, Edwin Gonzalez. It's a $250,000 son of City of Light, so very hard to win going 2 turns. This one's got that experience, and I thought, with Edwin Gonzalez jumping aboard might be the logical one in here, but a lot of guesswork going on.
Yeah, and he beat, Lights of Broadway beat Universal Hero on debut, so you have to use them both. It's tough to separate them. Lights of Broadway did run a little better. I thought the flow helped him a little more, and that's why I swapped them a little bit.
Number 6, My Billy Boy, is stretching out today after rallying finished in proof second behind that repeat winner, Monsieur Coco, going 5 last time out for Terry Pompey. You got to guess if this one can handle the distance.
Well, that's the only question, and the pedigree is, long on value out of a One Cool Cat mare, and neither of those really ring a bell to me. This horse was fortunate to face 2 Fausto runoff winners in both starts, Mariachi Crush on debut. Ronnie said it perfectly. How are we going to handle the added ground? I don't know, but he's been chasing fast splits, sprinting. That might put him on the lead here routing.
Yeah, and Mitchell Coco, pretty nice win in that race last time out. So with that said, that's the first 5 that we've gone through. We're going to take a short break. When we're going to come back, we're going to have my Rainbow Six ticket with that $300,000 gross jackpot guarantee pool.
We're ready for the start. They're off.
Welcome back, Gulfstream. Today, Ron and Brian. 6 races where the Rainbow Six is going to start. About 1 mile and the 16th on the Tapeta. Allowance optional claimer. Fillies and mares 3 and up. The optional claiming price $25,000. Scratch the 3 in here. Smooth Pebble. Let's take a look at my ticket right now, $43.20, and I really struggle with this one today. We'll talk about the 6th race in a moment. The 7th race, I went with just 2 in here with a Corker and a Tumba from Fausto Gutierrez. Really pained me to leave Love My Job off there for the Happy Altar. Race number 8 this afternoon, 3 deep. My top one is quite ready. Venezuela first and Picture Perfect in the sheer drama today. I'm going with Mary Quite Contrarian here and rest of the story for me. You going to be all right?
I just want to make sure you're going to be able to get through the show. Since you left Happy off the ticket, I want to make sure you're okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Fly to W in race number 10, Wise Guy and Poco Charlie. And in the last, just 2. Here's where I wanted to go deeper, but I wanted to make my ticket affordable. It's Chasing Joy and Capidri. It's Saffy Joseph Jr. I'll play the percentages with that one. So $43.20 for me.
It's a tough sequence, and we can kind of see it there. I could see some singles, Ronnie, at about 6 o'clock in the late afternoon.
Yeah. You're talking about, we were talking about a little earlier. Here's the one I was bet last time, number 5, Marvelous Marlene. Stretching out to the mile in the 16th, returned from that 23-month layoff. Finished that stalk to pace 4th as the favorite, but you have to go back and look at this race. This horse looked like it was always going to win. Couldn't believe this horse went off as the favorite. It was 15-1 in the morning line, and rightly so. You know, it's a daughter of Ghost Sapper, and I think primed and ready to score. It's a tough spot for this horse to come back. I'm getting 8-1. I'm going to go right back to this horse. I don't know what go to the funeral, go to the fire, whatever that saying is.
It's definitely not that. I know that. This horse would have been my best bet if Jazzy T wasn't in here. But Jazzy T is here in raging form. Back to your horse. You got the memo. I didn't get it last time, but I think there was some Nicoletti steam in there too, because we talked about earlier. As soon as you make a best bet, it's like we got to lop off about 2 points on the price because everybody's taking notice. I mean, this horse ran huge last time. Yeah. Now we've got the tightener out of the way, under our belt, and to me, she's only going to move forward off of that. We scratch out Smooth Pebble, so she's going to be a lot lower than 8-1.
Yeah, well, you mentioned Jazzy T, who steps up the competition today. I think he got a video.
Yeah, I mean, there's not a lot going on here other than a horse that's just in raging form for Bobby DeBona, and we just want to kind of show it to you. And she has run huge in 2 different ways, mind you, too. She's the 1 horse, so she's back a little bit today, Ronnie, whereas 2 back, Lionel put her right in the pace, right on the pace, and she just walloped the field. Well, she steps up last time, and she did it again. You can even see her actually getting cycled back a little bit entering the far turn, and then she's going to tip out, and finally she gets her head a little bit, and she's still weaving through traffic here. And I just think this horse now, as she tips out now, thanks, Bob, and, it's go time now, and watch her just blow the doors off this field, too. And, okay, this is a good group today, and I think you have to be scared of Marvelous Marlene. But I'll tell you what, Marvelous Marlene's got to get to Jazzy T, because if Jazzy T runs either of her last 2 races, she's going to win. The rest of this group, they've got to get up today.
We're going to show you stat on Bobby DeBona, which we do, it seems, each and every day. Winner last out all levels in the past 6 months. He's 6 for 14, 43%, 86% in the money, and a $4 return of investment. That is quite a stat.
He has been rolling, and the horses are in the right spots, and they're running, and Jazzy T looks like in the right spot today.
Yeah, and I thought the number 8 had a big chance in here. Love Her Lots, who's dropping to this level. You're going to take the blinkers immediately off after trying them last time out. Got bumped twice when finishing 3rd against those 75 allowance optional claimers, going around 2 turns on the all-weather surface. With those 1 race, as I mentioned, with the shades added, it's a stakes place thought of Cupid, and I think this is such a good spot for this horse.
No, I agree. She is facing older today, but she's been in such good form, and you look at that race 2 back without the blinkers, one of her better efforts. So, yeah, she's a huge threat in here. She's going to need some pace help, I think, though.
Yeah, they wanted to try maybe with the blinkers to sharpen her up a little bit, but it did not work out. So taking them right off for race number 6. Race number 7 this afternoon, 1 mile maiden claimers. Fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up with $25,000. Nice field of 9 to kick off the late pick 5, with no scratches in this race.
Tough one here. This is my long shot in here. So here's the late pick 5 that we'll take a look at. This is a $48 play. We'll get to this race in a second. Top pick in race number 8 is the 9. Quite ready for Jorge Delgado in race 8. I'm going to go 2 deep, and I'm going to flip this race around a little bit. I like Corey today, where a lot of these horses come back after that race last time where they kind of swooped Corey. I thought she ran huge. I'm going to come back to her today. 4 deep. That's the other big spread for me in race number 10 with the top pick, King Theo for Aubrey Mirage, and a single to get out in race 11. I think Chasing Joy from this post off a win last time, right back for me.
Yeah, and I'm glad you singled that horse, because that's who I was a little light in that last race, at least I thought I was. Getting back to the 7th race, a 1 mile maiden claim of Fillies and Mares, $25,000. Let's go with your long shot in here, and that is La Virgen de Regla.
You know, I thought she ran okay on debut. It was a maiden special weight, so I don't think she's that kind of horse. She was 41-1. She also chased in that race, and I think we know not only is a special weight drop the biggest in racing, but when you show speed against special weight horses and then you drop into the maiden claiming ranks, I think it compounds it that much more. So I'm going to take a shot with her. She debuted at a mile. That's a tough trip to debut at, a demanding one-turn mile. So we can talk about what a corker now, and I've got her in second, you've got her on top, and she's probably the one to beat, and she's fine. She's not that much better than anyone in here, and I'm probably going to get 15-20-1.
Well, what a corker is very interesting. Second at this 25 level, 2 starts back, albeit on that sealed money track. Drops after finishing that, set the pace in weekend fourth against maiden special weight runners. This is a $400,000 daughter of Uncle Mo who is in for the $25,000 tag this afternoon. So it's a shaky call for sure.
Yeah, it hasn't gone right. Let's just be honest. And here's the other thing too. Not to get back to my horse, but what a corker only beat La Virgin de Regla by 4 lengths and change. So I do think what a corker is the one to beat, but you're going to take an underlaid price on, like you kind of alluded to. Ooh, boy, 400, you can have her for a quarter.
And here's a stat on Antonio Sano with horses going maiden special weight to maiden claimers on the dirt. He's 5 for 46. It's not the great 11%, 57% in the money. 118 is the return of investment. So just a shaky proposition with that horse. So that's why I think you go deep. And I'd like number 2, Otumba, who's stretching out to the mile and looking to make amends. Finished third last time as the odds-on choice, going 6.5 for Fasto. Edgar Perez, the top, this daughter of Constitution. We'll see how this horse will bounce back today. Took all the money last time.
She was 2-5.
Yeah,
and she couldn't even crack the exacta. That worried me. That's why I played against her. And then the other thing is her main track races just haven't been very good at all. And the Tapeta race, at least number-wise, was by far the best. So if they come back to her and bet her today, I don't know if they will. The bettors might have a sour taste in their mouth. I've got to let her beat me.
And as I mentioned before when I was talking about my Rainbow Six, I'm worried about this number 6, Love My Job. Cutting back to the one-turn mile in the dirt, shook off that early trouble, finished a headstrong. You look at the last race, this one was up there stalking the pace, was ranking the race. It was the favorite going a mile 70 yards. Happy all to Edwin Gonzalez in the saddle today.
Well, if you need this race off, I can handle it for you because I'm not that worried about her. She's okay. I gotta make her beat me though.
Let's go to race number 8. This one, 5 furlongs about on the Tapeta. Claimers 3, 4 and up, non-winners of 2. 12-5 down to 10. Huge field of 12. Scratch the 13 in here. We both have some interest in the number 9, Quite Ready. Who's dropping to this 12-5 level for Jorge Delgado?
So this might be the race, right? That could blow it up. I know we both have Quite Ready on top, and listen, he's probably the one to beat. His margin for error is scant, and the drop here is a little worrisome as well because he just ran third, Ronnie, for 35. Why are we in here for 12-5? He probably would have been, any 35-week card, he's probably 3-1 in that race. So he's probably going to be a really strong favorite in here. And, I landed on him. I find him a little tough to trust, though.
Yeah, I actually wrote my analysis as suspicious clash relief today. So I did throw in the number 6 in second, Venezuela first, who's turning back after responding to that first race by who? Jorge Delgado. So he's got 2 in here. Stalked to pace third as the favorite. Was against this very similar competition, going 5.5. Apprentice Elsa Morrison rides.
Yeah, the other Jorge Delgado could be big. No, it's just Jose D'Angelo. Excuse me. So, yeah, and you just now we know we can kind of the dirt race 2 back was slow. The getting back to the Tapeta last time, another 2-time winner, by the way.
Yeah, so that's it. That's right. It's Jose D'Angelo in that with the number 6. What else did you use in here? I mean, you went with the 5. Awesome enough in second. It's a price.
Yeah, he's a price, and he didn't break last time, and now we're second off the elongated layoff, and Ronnie Spatz and Jaramillo, they're 25% together. I know obviously Miguel's his main guy, but you put these 2 together, they're 25%. I would just think now, again, another horse, we've talked about a lot of them today, that are tighter this time around, maybe they can move up.
Yeah, number 7, Picture Perfect, breaks made pack, broke from the outside, dueled throughout, held on gamely to score 23-1 upset. Elizabeth Dobles, she's been going so good. You got to take a second look at that horse.
Especially when you pair her with Imaginary Stables and John. So yes, agreed.
feature race is race number 9, 7 furlongs. These are state-bred fillies, mass 3 and up, $65,000. It is the sheer drama, and you did go with the number 5. Corey was part of the whole finish there last time out.
Yeah, we made Bob earn it here with this replay because I think there's about 17 horses coming out of this race that are back today. Literally, they're all in here. Look at Bob doing this job. Well done, buddy. Thank you. So here's Corey on the outside. You're going to see it when we roll it here that Corey, okay, is the one that's got to do all the dirty work. Your finishing order, by the way, okay, 7-1-2. You can't see the winner right now. The runner-up, the 1, okay, rest of the story is second last. And here's Corey now going up and not only making first run, burying all the other speed. Now, I get it. She was 7-5. I understand that. But the flow of this race just didn't work for her at all. And now, there she is. Don't get cozy. She's going to loop them all. And credit to her. It's not easy to loop a field. I get that. But ask yourself after watching this replay, who ran the better race? To me, it's clearly Corey. She does all the dirty work. She fries the other speed that was involved early, and she pays the price late. Ron, I didn't see as much heat in this race this time around, so I'm going to come back to Corey today. I'll give her a second chance. I know she was 7-5, but I'll play her again.
I believe you picked rest of the story in that race, if I remember correctly, and I thought that horse ran a bang-up race. I got that one in second today. But I did go with the stranger in the group, if you want to call it that, and that's the number 8, Mary Quite Contrary, who's the only 3-time winner in the field, was second to a classy repeat winner last leaf, and the Azalea returns to stakes action, was good last time out. I think you got a video you want to show.
Yeah, I want to check this out because you're going to watch her stride out late, and she was really, really impressive. And as Ronnie said, the only horse she's lost to is Last Leaf, who went up and won a stakes in Kentucky the next start. So Last Leaf is a really, really good 3-year-old filly. The only, if I nitpick a little bit, Mary Quite Contrary now is going to face older stakes horses. But again, you mentioned this yesterday, and I do agree with you, Ron. When we're talking September 10th, not that big of a deal for me. So now she's going to come into the picture here. She does get set up, but watch her in deep stretch when she really puts some distance on this field. I thought it was an encouraging effort, and I think she definitely has to be respected, even though she's facing tougher today. And Joe Catanese has done a really, really good job with a 3-year-old daughter of First Dude who, oh, by the way, the other thing, too, this is at 7 furlongs, Ron. I know you like that. Watch her, stride out here late.
No, she was very impressive in this race. I thought this was a great, everybody was oohing on at the end because she didn't look like she might get there and everything. 7 furlongs. Other thing I like, I know it's a 3-year-old lightly raced. I think there's so much upside with this horse, but you showed that video and you thought Corey ran the best. I thought the horse, the rest of the story, might have been one of the better horses in that race last time out. Broke slowly from the rail. You saw it. Rushed up, was right there at the 16th pole with the lead. Got nailed, as we just showed, with Don't Get Cozy last time. Eddie Plesa Jr., what a day he had yesterday with Kevin Krieger to top this 4-year-old. I thought this hard knocker ran great last time out.
I agree, and that's why I put her in front of Don't Get Cozy. And I'm going to make I'm a little stubborn, but I'm going to make Don't Get Cozy beat me right back. But rest of the century is on the ticket.
Yeah, I sort of did the same thing with Don't Get Cozy, even though I used that horse in third. So going a little different way. Race 10 this afternoon, about 1.16 on the Topeka. Claim is 3 and up, $12,500. Boy, you like full fields. We got them here at the end of the day. This will only have about 11 in the field, no scratches in here. And you went with the number 7. This race was so tough. You went with the number 7 in here, King Theo.
So it's a class drop. Aubrey Mirage claimed this one 2 back for 10. Took a shot against, deeper waters last time. It didn't work out. Fine. Well, we're back in for the 10. It doesn't bother me at all. 3 for 5 on our Topeka run.
Yeah, I went with the 6 horse in here. Florida W have a little further down. And this one, I just thought would run well in here for Jose D'Angelo. Goes to his barn after the claim. Drops to the 10 level after surrendering that late lead when finishing third. 16 starter optional claimers last time out. But that was the 8-16 level. So I think this is a good spot for this horse. MSCL Jaramillo trying to get this immediate return on investment for this group.
Yeah, Sonata Stable makes it looks like a pretty good claim here, and that's a sharp outfit as well. And you know what I like, too? He goes back to Jaramillo, who's aboard for a win 2 back.
And Poco Charlie, we both have stretching out today after notching back-to-back victories. Against similar, going a mile 70 odds. It's Claudio. He's got this one going good.
There's no way you can leave this horse off a ticket because this horse is in great form right now. 2 in a row, fast races too.
And the number 9, Benelux, I'll just touch on briefly. He's stretching out after tracking the pace throughout and finishing second behind who? Poco Charlie back. And that was back on July 30th. And Elizabeth Dobles, that's the reason Lionel Reyes, I think Elizabeth, the things play out right, can have a big day today.
If you like one, you got to like the other, right?
Right. Final race today, race number 11, is 7 furlongs, claiming fillies 3 or 4 and up, non-winners of 2 in life. We did have one scratching here with the number 2. She's out of here, so she's out of that race. And we still have a field of 11 in there. And you singled Chasing Joy. I was a little worried, but I'm glad you singled this horse.
Well, I mean, it's as much her as it is the rest of this group. And you just look at the field and, well, she's coming off a win. It was a really fast win, too. It was off the claim as well. So now we can kind of just look at that one race for the new barn, the Romero barn, and it was a strong win at 7-5. Who's she got to be scared of in here? I think she hits hard right back from a perfect post for her style, too.
Yeah, I threw in the 3 Capidri in second of stepping up to face winners after drawing clear the defeat. A pair of next out winners. I like that angle. 12-5 maidens contested at 7/8-4. Leading trainer Safi, 22%, whatever, all those percentages, winning consecutive races. Elsa Morrison named to ride.
Yeah, Safi and Elsa Morrison have carved out a nice little duo of late. She's almost up to 30% riding for him. And I just think overall in the last probably, I don't know, 6 or 8 weeks, she's gotten a lot of confidence and she's putting horses in the right spots day in and day out. She's been in very, very good form.
The outside horse, I was going back and forth with this horse with Violent Zappa. The post sort of turned me off a little bit.
I agree. She's okay, and she wasn't that far behind a few of these last time, and Chasing Joy included when Chasing Joy 2 back. She's in the mix for a piece, I think.
Let's go right to our lightning round. That's the 11 races that we've seen. And we'll go right to the lightning round because we're going to give Pete some time to do the changes today. And we talked about Eddie Policer and Kevin Cricker last time.
Yeah, 2 debut winners yesterday, and Eddie's not really a guy that's going to crank them up, so I think that kind of makes these horses even look a little bit better. Rock and Roller, they bet hard late like they knew it, and boy, they did, because this one was really, really impressive winning. The one we want to get to next is, I thought, was really the one maybe to take notice, Ron, because Dreaming in Style was bet to 2-1, and he was about 3-5 throughout the race because he was never losing.
And his sire is now leading sire?
Yeah, he's a Gervin, right?
Gervin, yeah.
And the Gervin's now, I don't know, 33, 35%?
35%. They're doing incredibly well. So that was just, wanted to show you that. Best bet today. Brian, what's your best bet?
Best bet is about 24 minutes. And race number 1 here, the 9 horse, and that is Follow QTR.
I got Semiramis in race 4, I believe it is, and that is my best bet. It's 6-1 on the morning line, and your long shot is a big one.
Yeah, 20-1 on the morning line, which and we should get 20-1 or 15. Yeah. La Virgen de Regla in race number 7.
And my long shot today comes in race number 5, and it's the Marvelous Marlene that I wish would have won last time, but I'm going to get it today. So that's that. And then we got Running Memories looms large in the North Miami on Sunday.
Yeah, she's really good, right? And we're going to get back to the Tapeta tomorrow, and this is her win 2 back, and she loves the Tapeta, and this is just a powerful effort. And she wasn't even favored in here, and we know how good Headline Hunter is for Jose Delgado, but she beats everybody on the square here, so she'll be really tough tomorrow.
And what else? We have a turf cup. Pimlico, our sister track up there, get a good race today.
Opening weekend with the featured Baltimore-Washington Turf Cup and set piece for Brad Cox and Juddmonte. A grade 1 kind of quality individual. Here he is with the pink, the famous Juddmonte silks, running them all down on Preakness Day in the dinner party.
Yeah, the dinner party, grade 2 event, so it was a nice performance. Great racing up there today, so as you're betting us, give Pimlico a second look.
Without a doubt, and thanks for joining us. We'll send it upstairs to Pete. We'll be back with you for the opener shortly.
The Thoroughbred Aftercare Alliance is really the vehicle for the transition for our racehorses coming off the track into a second career and safe environment for these horses when they're done racing. I've been passionate about racehorses my whole life, animals in general, and without the TAA to provide that oversight, there would be a big void in terms of making sure that we have this ongoing safe environment for our off-the-track racehorses. I'm excited about the undertaking and excited about working with our board and our team at the TAA to continue the wonderful progress that has been made. So I'm very excited about what the future holds.